Hello, everybody. How's it going? Day 14. Can you believe it? And the midway strain is real because my count has been dropping. Dropping like volleyball, essentially. It's been going down. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Yeah, so I'm basically at the threshold of 10K, just another 500 words and I'd be there. But yeah, look at how much I've dropped off. Oh boy. But yeah, to, so today we are going to we are going to hit the threshold of 10K. So shall we do it? Let's do it. So today I'm going to experiment something a little bit different this time. So as you saw with the last stream, I tried camera off, and it was like, well, it was kind of fun, but I think it'll work better with video game playthroughs. But this time, we're going to do a little bit different in terms of my differently with time. So we're going to do, well, we tried last time, but I didn't really have the energy for it. But now that I'm starting to get better at writing every day, even something very little, as yesterday I wrote like 200 words, but it's better than nothing. So I'm starting to get a little bit better in terms of keeping it going. So so it's been a little variable up and down, but it's been not too bad actually. So today we're going to try something a little bit different, what I call the 30-20-10 challenge. So essentially, we would start off with 30 minutes, um, 30 minutes of writing, then we'll go down to 20, and then we'll go down to 10. See how much I get down in that period. So so it's kind of like how with some drawing challenges they tend to do like the 20 minutes, then down to like 10 minutes, and then it's like I think it's like 10 minutes. I think it's like 10 minutes, 1 minute, 10 seconds. I forget. Like it's one of those things, but in minutes instead. So I doubt this thing's in a trend. I don't think I am. I don't think it is. I'm too small for that. But let's just have a little bit of fun today, shall we? So our first interval is going to be in 30 minutes. Then the next interval is going to be in 20, and then the next one is going to be 10. So grab whatever equipment you like to write with, and whatever things you tend to typically use, or whether it's music or something else. Today I'm listening to some Jill Scott because she is a great mood booster in times like these. If you have not if you have not watched in particular, there's this one there's this one series um, this is one series that Most Def used to host. Um, Maybe present day you guys may know him better as Yassine Bey, but I grew up with him as Most Def. Um, there's a show called Def Poetry, and that was hosted by Russell Simmons, the former CEO of. Um, Whoa, how did I forget which company he was part of? But he was basically in the Def Jam series, like the Def Poetry Jam, Def Comedy Jam, All Def, like the YouTube channel. He stepped down for reasons I will be take way too long for me to explain on here. But he also ran Def Poetry, and a lot of very popular artists like Jill Scott and for those who want to go a little more contemporary, Sarah Kay and Phil Kay have basically emerged on the poetry scene, especially in the slam poetry scene. So definitely check that show out. It's really good. I feel like it got cut way too short. I think it definitely deserves a revival. The closest you could probably get is All Def Digital. It'll give you some of that vibe. And also Button Poetry and Poetry Slam. So another one I recommend is Taylor Molly. He also got on the show too. But I feel like his later performances were actually were actually a lot better of the teaching the teaching poem about um, how he makes, especially the line where he says, "I make C's look like badges of honor and A's look like a slap in the face." That was That was like a that was a yeah, that line smacks, but good. So again, I recommend the show. Probably some of the episodes are uploaded on YouTube, since I don't think it's even a DVD collection, or let alone even digital streaming of that show. It's a shame because it really deserves the press. But yeah, go check it out, as well as the documentary Slam Nation. And even there was one documentary based on one slam poet called Lemon, which I think he's still performing. Uh, but yeah, go check those things out. Go watch those. If you want a little bit of literary inspiration, go check those out. That's kind of the reason why I kind of turned to Jill Scott today, because she is not only a singing virtuoso but also a writer of poetry. So definitely check them out. So with all that talking aside, hopefully it gets you a little bit more settled into the writing mood. So without further ado, let us get into business. So pull out your mediums and stuff. So in terms of progress, um, well, uh, my intention for my story is I wanted to go a little bit of a slow burn. And when I mean slow burn, I mean slow burn. I mean, I came across this one. Well, my friend actually gave me a Star Wars fan fiction that shipped Bodhi Rook with Luke Skywalker. And when they say slow burn, they mean slow burn. I mean, the love convection does not come in until chapter 27. Like, it's really far into it. um and considering all the stuff that's been written in there, it just takes a while to get there, and it's the burn, you feel it, and it's great. It's kind of like eating spicy food, or when Game of Thrones was good and you saw the red wedding coming, but you didn't see the full extent of it. You didn't think about the full extent of it until it actually happened. Like, that kind of good slow burn. So, but right now I'm skipping around to the good parts that might punish me later. Um, Punish me later during the editing process. But for right now, I'm just trying to get down as much stuff as possible, and more importantly, not get bored doing it, because I've been falling into that trap lately, and especially in the Big Waypoint, it's very easy to get into that trap. Well, thankfully, I've outlined enough that I know where I'm going, but not so much that I can't diverge, even though I know I can. Because I'm that obedient. So anyway, without further ado, let's start with the first 30 minutes of this challenge. So got your stuff? Okay. I'm gonna start in 1 minute. I get my phone out too, because I realize you're not gonna be able to hear it, because again, copyright stuff. So, but the gear music didn't get hit. Okay. So in three, two, one, start. Why did it get to... That did not work out. Whee. There we go. Okay, let's get right. Also, feel free to message in chat. I just realized I put like three exclamation points in my message. Whew. Excuse me. All right, guys, we got a little over 5 minutes left. Got a little caught up on that track, but that was really, really good. Link is in the chat. There's also Still in Love. It's so good. Oh my gosh, I can't believe it's from 2016. So good. So my playlist that I put in particular, it's basically, the majority of the tracks are from the 2000s, but most of them, most of the ones that are put in here are inspired by the 2000s or um, inspired by the 2000s, either as a predecessor or a successor to it. So, so some of it's kind of like in that family, but not exactly. And most of the tracks that I put in there, the majority is probably around 2005, 2006. It's more like my middle school years, but um, some of the things, especially in the progressive house category, are still kind of used in today's dance tracks. You just may need to dig a little bit further. So things like Cascade, Avicii, um, Bob Sinclair, um, Mooney, just to name a few things. Daft Punk, um, just to name a few groups that I put into this playlist. So hopefully, gives you a little bit of a musical education for those who are a bit new to the scene, and a little bit of a throwback for those who have been in it for years. There actually is a progressive house station on YouTube. The progressive house out of all these genres is actually really hard to play online because it's very easy to copyright strike. Case in point, very famous thing where like Michelle Phan, like she was had to be sued like for millions of dollars because she used a lot of progressive house artists um, in her early makeup tutorials. That's why you kind of see, like, if you watch some of her earlier material, you may have seen, like, um, some of the music has been swapped out for CC friendly music. It just doesn't feel the same. Even though some of it's been, even the tracks have actually been cited in the movie. So in the video. But definitely, but some of our old ones are still up, thankfully. So definitely check them out if you haven't done so. Um, just some of the products are no longer a thing, but her videos are just so good. And of course, she has her own chill hop station on her YouTube channel. So definitely check that stuff out. But yeah, progressive house. It's one of my favorite genres in music, and people thought it would go the way of dubstep. It didn't. I think it just got new life thanks to YouTube, if anything. So, ironically, like the thing that almost killed progressive house is the one that it's keeping it alive now. So yeah, got 2 minutes left. Let's try to get as many words. Sorry, as many words. English is my first language. I can do this. Let's get as many words as possible within this short period. I might be able to explain a little bit after the sentence. Don't want to know. You have any knowledge of boxing? Like how boxers throw a match in order to like manipulate the bets? Okay, so we got through phase one. Okay. Whew. Mm. All right. So we got about okay. In my defense, I know that I got super distracted by my playlist like for the first 10 minutes of this thing, so I'm not surprised. But having said that, I feel like considering the speed that I was going initially, I thought I wrote more. I thought I wrote more, but no. But I feel pretty good though. So we put in. I put in 387. How about you guys? Feel free to type it in the comments below. This is such a better interface. Just adding the progress. Okay, so it was around 9:0. Wait, no, 9. Whoa, 9:05. There we go. I remember now. And then it's no 9:35. Wow, I can write. And then it's 10:05, and then save progress. So we are. I am so close. I am so close to 10K. I could just whoop. It's all right, Dad. Um, I am so close to 10K. I can taste it. Yeah. So if I manage to get past this, I manage to get the 10K. I will give myself a reward. I'll play up until the first mission of Kingdom Hearts Recoded. So my friend sent me these a few years back, but I didn't have a system compatible with it. Um, Compatible with this game, Kingdom Hearts Recoded, and it's pretty much it's pretty much only Square Enix that, at least the only company that I know of, that tends to max out their systems. And I played through like the first minute of the game, like the tutorial section. I was like, goodness, like it feels like I'm playing the first game all over again. But at the same time though, it's just incredible, like how they were able to put in so much in one game, in the DS version, no less. Like there's voice acting, there's a map, there's like an entire like the leveling up system is what I really like about it. They make it like as like a circuit board down to even the levels. Um, I like the circuit board concept. That's a really good concept um, for the game. So I'm excited to see how far I go in it. And then I've got 358 by 2 days. Um, I don't have a PSP, so I'm not able to play the original version of Birth by Sleep. But I have the Birth by Sleep remaster um, with Kingdom Hearts 2.5, I believe, and I have both the original and um, the PS2 port of Chain of Memories. So there's that, and Chain of Memories, like the Game Boy Advance one is so hard. Like I haven't been able to get past Hollow Bastion as the last world that I have before I get to um, the finale, which I got spoiled for. I had to watch it, but then again, I had to watch it in order to get context because in the end, I couldn't finish it before 2, so I just had to like watch the finale, see how that worked, because Maleficent is so hard in the Game of Advance because like the field, unlike the 3D ports, the field is not as big for the Game Boy Advance, so you're not able to dodge your attacks easily. On top of that, the card system limits your attacks, and if you're not leveled up significantly, you are screwed. So yeah, has anybody beaten the original Advance version of Chain of Memories? I'm finding the 3D port a lot easier because I know the map super well, and then also on top of that, you can actually move around the attacks, you can dodge them more easily. But even so, there's the limit of attacks on your cards. That's the thing, like the card system of attacks. I mean, I saw what they were trying to do with it, but it just needed a bit more refining, in my opinion, anyway. But but yeah, if I had to list my favorite Kingdom Hearts game, hands down would have to be two. Like the second one was such a perfect execution of everything, from from plot points to gaming, like the varieties of gaming you could possibly put into it. Like some of the stuff that like was successfully executed into two, that's how some of the stuff that ended up in three because it was successfully executed in Kingdom Hearts 2. Like a triangle commands or transformation sequences with the forms. No, I wish they kept the forms, but I can see why they didn't keep it. Um, at least the way they did it with two anyway. I like the form system. I like the triangle commands. The magic felt 10 times more powerful, and I just love the variety of ways you could play, and it's still perfectly valid. In fact, you could still to this day find people playing Kingdom Hearts 2, whether it's the original or the Final Mix Plus version of the game, which came out last year, at least in the U.S. So no matter what version of the game you play, it still has huge replay value. If not for the story and the boss battles, then certainly for the various ways you can play the game. Thus, why things like the no level up challenge or using only magic challenge, like all these challenges have been popping up. It's great, um, and even for me, it's my favorite. It's just again, the story feels very definitive. Um, Three, I feel like it was just if they were gonna do like chapters like you're doing with the Final Fantasy VII remake, they should have just stuck with that. Because honestly, Kingdom Hearts 3, as it was, it felt very unfinished. Um, Now that Remind, the DLC, is out, hopefully it gets a little better. Fingers crossed. In terms of especially when it came to story, because the way that it ended, and also the way the game went, it just not gonna lie, it was rather unsatisfying. Um, so I'm hoping Recoded fixes some of the stuff that just didn't feel right in the original third game. And yeah, we certainly get more development in terms of Lushu and how the organization like came back because that's one part that I couldn't figure that out no matter what I did. So and especially how Axel managed to dodge that fate. So there's that. Well, actually, for Axel it was pretty obvious. Never mind. Thinking about it now, it was even in 3D that it was pretty obvious like how he was able to dodge that fade. But other than that, um, yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I've been a big Kingdom Hearts fan since I was 12, 13. Wait, oh my gosh. I remember since I was 10 or 11. Oh my gosh. I've been a fan for that for so long. Kind of makes me wonder, like historically, has there been anybody that has that kind of franchise loyalty in ancient times? Like the closest I can really think of is stuff like Pride and Prejudice, the Jane Austen or Samuel Richardson. If you're thinking like Regency era, or a little bit further up, There was the Bronte sisters, but that case, like in their periods, they were more like scandalized, but then they didn't get the respect, like the cred, like a street cred, until maybe decades after they stopped writing. Um, so not the best approximation, but still, I kind of wonder what's the like ancient times or even the last 2 centuries equivalent of this kind of with lifelong dedication to a story. Actually, then again, Sir Arthur Conan Doyle's Sherlock Holmes. That might be the closest we could get to that. Or Shakespeare. Like Sir Arthur Conan Doyle and Shakespeare. It's probably the closest we could probably get in terms of lifelong fascination. Other than that, I can't think of any other equivalents. If you can, comment down below because I'm kind of wondering. Um, but yeah, so I am so, so close. I'm so close to 10K. I'm just 200 words away from 10K. 200 words. And I only have 20 minutes. 20 minutes. These next 20 minutes, or the next 10 minutes, to pull it off. Can I do it? Can I do it? Let's find out. All right. Got your writing materials prepped? In three, two, one, start. Not a very impressive thing, but I hit my 10,000th word, and it was it. Not very impressive, but hey. Guess for 10 minutes now, guys. I'm on a roll. couple more sentences down. Because, man, that got a really deep space. Whew, that was deep. Mm. Whoops, I typed it correctly. It was there we go. All right. All right. That felt awesome. Honestly, I feel like I just. It's been a while since I felt like as if I was able to transcend or something when it came to writing. Just, whew, man, honestly, that was incredible, guys. Um, if you happen to know Flow, oh, I certainly felt it today. Just honestly, everybody, I'm just at a huge loss for words. So I feel like this is a huge, huge, huge success. Honestly, I have not gonna lie. I have no words. I have no words. I hit 10K for the first time in nano history for me anyway. My personal nano history, and at the rate that I'm going, if I manage to keep this up, I'll be done before the month is out. I have 9,370 words to go to finish my goal. Of course, I may write a lot more than this in the future, but ooh, wow. It's just hard to comprehend that pretty soon I shall be a Camp Nano winner. That's all I know. That's incredible. But yeah, here is my social media in case you want to check out some of my other stuff. Because I do a lot, guys. So please feel free to listen in and comment and rate and subscribe. Because I love talking with you. Um, here's all the events that I'm planning to do. Our next Write With Me is happening on Thursday. And a little bit of special surprise. So I might make it a little bit extra special. Um, because quite a lot's going to happen on this Thursday. Um, also, I have my discount on my Fiverr shop, and Odun Day's 40th anniversary, of course, and the Roy Fair stuff goes in costume. So, yeah, I don't know if it's because of the challenge or the sheer shock of what I just went through or what, but or just this breakthrough. But I'm at a loss for words, really. I'm just really happy right now. And that also means I'm going to be playing more of Recoded, see how far I go. But yeah, if you had a good writing session, congratulations to you too. If you didn't, don't beat yourself up. Please take it easy on yourself. You still got tomorrow. So until then, please take it easy, relax, stay safe, do what you need to do, and more importantly, may your heart be your guiding key. So until the next episode, whether it's another write in or Cinderella Phenomenon, take care of yourselves, and I will see you in the next episode. Bye, everybody.